Let's set sail on the Disney Dream. Hey everyone, I'm here in Port Everglades today. We are setting sail on the Disney Dream today. It is a 5-night cruise with Marvel Day at Sea that goes to both Castaway Key and Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point. I am here with my parents this time, so you may see them on camera occasionally, but it's mostly going to be me. So I'm super excited to get on the ship in a couple of minutes and start exploring because I have never been on the Disney Dream before.
Yes. Check-in for Disney Cruise Line starts about 30 days before you board, depending on your Castaway Club status. When checking in, you will upload all of your documentation and then you will select a boarding time. We try to choose the earliest boarding time possible to maximize our time on the ship. It's about lunchtime, so we are heading to Cabanas, which is the buffet restaurant here on the ship. It is open every day for breakfast and lunch and has a wide variety of options. I started with a classic Disney chicken tender, which I honestly think they are better at sea, and some fries, which are just as good as they are in the parks. They're the nice thin McDonald's style fries. The mac and cheese was fine. It was a little runny in one note, but kids will definitely enjoy this one. Both of the focaccias, the herb and the parmesan, were a little dry and didn't have a ton of flavor, but the chipotle chicken wrap was so good. It had a lot of nice flavor, and it's really nice that it was bite-sized. My mom picked up the chicken pomegranate salad, which she really liked. She said it was really nice and refreshing. She liked that there were some hard-boiled eggs on there. My dad picked up the cod, which he thought was delicious. The steak was a little tough, but that kind of to be expected from a buffet steak when they're trying to cook it at the same temperature as something that everyone will hopefully enjoy. And the shrimp was fresh and cold and really tasty. For desserts, I picked up the apple crumble pudding, which was pretty much just like a deconstructed apple pie. I wish that there had been a little bit more cinnamon. And I picked up the Oreo cheesecake, which had some good Oreo flavor, but it's a looser cheesecake than I like. I like a little bit of a firmer cheesecake, so this one was fine. My mom picked up the pecan tart, which was nutty but not super gooey, and she said it was just fine. And my dad picked up the carrot cake, which this was the best of the desserts we had picked up for lunch. There was a really nice amount of cream cheese. It was very flavorful, and the cake was moist and not very dry. Just finished lunch, and now we are just kind of walking around exploring the ship because we really haven't ever been on this ship, and because it is kind of gross and rainy out today, it's the perfect day to get some footage of the pool without being a total creeper because there's not a lot of people in the pool right now because it's kind of rainy and cool. So this is the upper pool deck where most of the kids will be hanging out. There is an adult only pool deck upstairs for 18 plus. And lunch wouldn't be complete without popping by Ice Cream Treats and picking up a quick little ice cream cone. And right next door is Frozone Treats, which has smoothies, and Dole Whip, which are available for purchase. Continuing our exploration of the ship, we are now heading into the district, which is the bar area on the Disney Dream. There are various bars back here with various different themes, and this is where all of the adult-only offerings will happen at night. During the day, they are open to everyone, but at night, they will be available for those 18 plus. This is also where a lot of the trivia happens and some of the mixology and beverage seminar classes that you can schedule, which I do have one scheduled for later this trip.
Oh my God.
I might take a picture. There's nobody in here. I might take a picture.
This is like my dream.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that you're not in the way when I take pictures of this.
Like, I love these chairs. Oh my God, it's like little corsets. Little corsets that you sit at. And the champagne bubbles. Oh. Okay, so here's what a veranda stateroom looks like right when you walk in. So, if my stuff weren't in the way, we have a closet with your life jackets and a safe, and you can send laundry out to get washed or just pressed. Here we have, oops, hello, here we have more life jackets, more closet space, hanger for if you have the bunk bed set up. In this room is the toilet and sink. And they're far more spacious than they look. You do have to put your key card in here. These will be at your door when you check in. And then this is the room with the shower tub, shampoo, body wash, and conditioner. And this is where the full-length mirror is. And then here we have the bed. This is a sleeper sofa, so if you have a third person, you can sleep there. I have slept there many a time, and it is pretty comfortable. A little less if you're tall, so I'm 6 feet tall, and this was a little short. And then up here is where a bunk bed would pull down if needed. You get some goodies for being a Castaway Club member, and you are automatically enrolled when you take a Disney cruise. So I'm gold finally this year, so I have my little gold lanyard. A cute little wet dry bag, which this is the gold present. And then a nice little beach bag, almost waterproof-ish. I'm not 100% sure how waterproof, but it feels waterproof, and I've taken this to the beach before because I've gotten this bag before. Because that is the silver present, and you get your level plus any presents from previous levels. In here we have the little mini fridge beverage cooler, and if you are 21 plus, you can bring 2 bottles of wine or a 6-pack of beer. So that's really nice to be able to put the wine in there because I do have that. Some nice ample storage. And then we got hair dryer and a heat protection mat. Another drawer and a final drawer. And then we have a drawer in here with some cute little take-home stuff. And then these are really nice. You can put them outside your door and have breakfast delivered. So I like to get like maybe a pastry and some tea delivered to my room so I can have a little nosh and a bite to eat and a tea while I'm getting ready in the morning. So here we have my nice little veranda. So as you can see, I don't have anyone next to me, but on this side there's another veranda room, and if I was connecting rooms with my parents, we could have them take that down and it would make one large veranda, or if you're traveling with friends or anything, but they'll keep that up. Obviously not the prettiest view right now because we are still docked at Port Everglades, but later this week this will be a nice beautiful view of the ocean, so that will be very exciting. Okay, so here's my 6'4" father. Obviously not super height conducive, but not uncomfortable, right?
Nope, it's good height.
Yeah.
Good space.
He can move around.
Helps.
Totally fine space-wise. So yeah, these are not small bathrooms by any means. All right, now that I'm officially unpacked, it is almost time to head to the muster drill, which is just like a safety drill that you have to do before any cruise. And then after that is the sail away deck party. Hopefully it's not raining out, so hopefully they're gonna have it. It's been kind of rainy and windy today, so fingers crossed they have it, and if they do, I'll bring you along with. So I will see you guys in a bit.
The Sailing Away Deck Party is your kickoff to your Disney Cruise Line vacation. It's a very cute 10 to 15 minute show which features a bunch of classic Disney animated characters like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, and all of their friends. If you have kiddos who really enjoy those characters, I recommend getting here a little early so that way they can get a nice close-up view of the stage. We generally will take the upper deck to watch the show to get a more bird's eye view of the stage because it is a little easier to see up there, especially if you don't need to be right up in the character area. But because it is windier today, we have opted to stand down here, and we'll still get a really great view of the show on the screen because they will show it up there as well. I absolutely love this as a start to my vacation, especially when they sound off the Disney Cruise Line horn.
So we're headed to dinner. Tonight we are eating at the Royal Court, which is the very princessy, royal gathering themed dining area. So I'm very excited to eat here for night one.
Every menu on a Disney Cruise Line ship will start off with drinks, appetizers, soups and salads, and the bread service. For my appetizer, I'm picking up the breaded and deep fried brie and the potage parmentier for my soup. For main courses on a Disney ship, you'll have the classic main courses, you will also have some vegetarian options and some lighter note offerings. And I'm picking up the pasta with buttered lobster. The bread tonight was just a simple French country loaf with an olive dipping, and I'm not a huge olive fan, but I did not find the dipping oil too olivey. I didn't scoop the olive out from the bottom, so I just kind of dipped it in the oil, and it was very flavorful, but I did prefer it with just plain butter. First up, the breaded and deep fried brie with an orange and cranberry chutney. I've had this many times on the Disney Fantasy, and it is one of my favorite appetizers. The cheese is so creamy, it almost melts out of the fried crusting. The crust has a nice good crunch to it, and the cranberry and orange chutney pairs beautifully with this. It is absolutely delicious, and I highly recommend this if you like cheese. My parents got the iced lobster and jumbo shrimp, which they thought was good. It was crisp and well chilled, but it did need a little bit more lobster. The pottage parmentier, which is a leek and potato soup, was kind of bland and boring. It was pretty one note. I was not a huge fan of this soup. My mom got the French onion soup, which she thought was really good. The cheese crouton on the top was the best part. I tried it and it was better than my soup, but I'm not a big onion fan, so I was not a fan of either of these soups. The red wine Basque pear salad that my dad got was the best of those three. Nothing will ever top the deep fried brie here at this restaurant, but of the rest, I think the pear salad is the second best appetizer. The sauce on the salad was absolutely to die for. That was the best part of the salad. For my entree, I got the pasta with buttered lobster, and it was a really good dish. I have had this before as well. It's a very nice light sauce. Nothing super exciting, but if you like lobster, definitely get this because there are a lot of good chunks of lobster in this pasta. My dad got the steak, and that was far more flavorful than the pasta, and it cut like butter. The sauce that comes with it is so amazing. It is so buttery. I am not a big steak eater, and even I enjoyed the little taste that he gave me of this dish. Now with dessert, you can purchase some specialty drinks like coffee, aftertinis, or liqueurs. I got the Grand Marnier souffle. My mom got the classic opera gâteau, and my dad got the strawberry shortcake ice cream sundae. Now this menu is the same as it is over at Royal Court on the Disney Fantasy, so I have had the souffle before, but it is so incredibly light. It is piping hot. I almost burnt my mouth on it, and there is some nice orange flavor, but it's not overly orange. I think that this is a really great dessert if you want something warm that is also light. The opera cake that my mom got had really good coffee flavor. I did not try this one because I'm not a coffee fan and I've tried it in the past. If you don't like coffee, definitely do not get this one because there is some strong coffee flavor to it. The strawberry shortcake ice cream sundae was cold and a nice refreshing palate cleanser, but because the spoon is so big and the glass is so tapered, it is kind of hard to get to the strawberries and ice cream at the bottom.
Whew. Dinner was amazing. The food was delicious. Not sure if that's my favorite restaurant on this ship. We have very similar restaurants here as we did on Fantasy, so I don't think that's my favorite, but I'm excited to try some of the other menus while we're at Royal Court Royal Palace. Royal Court's the one on the Fantasy, because we're also there for Pirate Night and Marvel Day at Sea, which has specialty menus.
But now it is time to head to the Walt Disney Theater for tonight's show, which is the Golden Mickeys. Unfortunately, I cannot film inside the Walt Disney Theater, so I will see you guys after the show.
All right, the Golden Mickeys was an absolutely phenomenal show. I definitely cried at the end when you hear Walt say it was all started with a mouse line. That's when I lose it, no matter what. I do think, though, that some people might need to learn some theater etiquette. There were some getting up during the show, some spilling of beer, some kids who just couldn't sit still. So it's a little bit of a bummer when you're distracted because of things like that. But the show was still phenomenal. The performers are amazing. I'm amazed as to the things they can do on a moving ship. So now we're gonna just kind of chill for a little bit, because in about half an hour we have some 18 plus events in Evolution. Tonight is Majority Rules and Match Your Mate. I'm very excited for those.
It's not like me to buy $9.
All right, well, that was a really, really fun first day on the ship. I love getting on a Disney cruise ship. There's no better feeling than getting on one of these ships. But now it is time for bed, and I will see you guys in the morning, because this video is going to continue on to day 2, because we are at Nassau tomorrow, but I'm not getting off the ship tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of exploring the ship. It might be a little rainy, so we'll do a lot of inside stuff if it is. So I will be bringing you guys along for day 2 on the ship tomorrow. See you in a little bit. Good morning, everyone. We are here in Nassau today. It is kind of rainy and gross out, but that is totally okay because we have some fun activities planned inside today. This morning, my dad and I are going to do the Marvel Meet and Greet HQ and the Marvel Meet and Greet Guardians today. We have the Asgard one on Marvel Day at Sea. So let's head up to Cabanas, grab some breakfast, and then we are going to go down, I believe these are in Animator's Palette, which is one of the dining restaurants. Around 10 and 10:45 is our scheduled times.
Cabana's breakfast might be simple, but it does offer a wide variety, so there is something for everyone. I always have to pick up a Mickey waffle and some bacon, and sometimes maybe a yogurt or something, depending on my mood, but the Mickey waffle and bacon are a must. My mom loves the omelets that they have at the omelet station because they are made to order, so they're nice and hot and fresh. We just finished breakfast and now we are heading to our character meet and greets. These do not just happen on Marvel Day at Sea because today's not Marvel Day at Sea. These go on all week, and for the Heroic Encounters HQ, Heroic Encounters Guardians, and Heroic Encounters Asgard, they are by reservation. So I was able to snag these reservations yesterday once we got on the ship, which I'm very glad I did because there was no availability prior to getting on the ship. Now, even though you do have a reserved time, depending on when you get there, there can be a bit of a line. So when we got here for Heroic Encounters HQ, we really didn't know how early we should get here, and we did end up waiting about half an hour once we were able to scan in using our magic bands, or if you have a key to the world card. So I do recommend just being patient because you will get to meet them eventually. If you have a reserved time, you will get to meet these characters. For Heroic Encounters Guardians, we learned from our previous meet and greet, and we did get there early, so we definitely did not wait as long.
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go.
Yes. Hello. Thank you so much.
Did they give you super strength healing?
No, unfortunately not. No, unfortunately.
Couldn't just talk about that. Well,
Yes.
look at all these pins as well, right? You're in there. Oh, there I am. There you right there. So many.
Yep.
Take some of those.
Yeah, you do.
Look, let me see webs like this.
All right.
There we go, just like that. There you go.
Hello, sir.
As soon as I saw you, I said to myself, I'm going to meet that. And guess what?
Yeah.
I was right.
Yep, absolutely.
Why, yes, I'd love to take a picture. Thank you for thinking of it.
I would love that.
Say shawarma. Yes, that's still a thing.
Camera, thank you. Hi, Groot. We have not been on this specific ship, but we've been on ships similar to this before, yes.
Yes. Now you'll have to come on our ship. Ours is much more powerful.
I would love to come on your ship, yes. We have that camera, and then we also have our own as well. Thank you. Captain Marvel, good. How are you? Very nice to meet you as well.
Good to meet you.
We were hoping you could sign our hats for
Absolutely,
us.
of course. And what is your name?
I'm Kaylee.
Kaylee, very good to meet you.
Very
What's
nice
your name?
to meet you.
Good to meet you, David. Where would you like me to sign?
Anywhere you'd like.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go by Spider-Man.
All right.
You look like you could be a beautiful princess.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You know that Prince Jan and Aladdin would be very happy to have you.
I would love to go visit them.
Yeah. How's your singing voice?
Not great.
That's okay.
Not
We can
great.
work on
Yes,
that. We can work on
yes.
that. Thank you so much.
But their land looked absolutely
It's
beautiful.
beautiful. It
Yes,
is.
I would love to
I
go
hope
visit
to go
them.
back soon, for
Yes.
sure.
Oh my gosh, it
And
looks
you can
amazing.
come for sure too. Are you a prince?
I don't think my wife would say yes.
Hey, we can always turn you into one. That's
There
what I
we
like.
go.
There we go. Thank you so much. Okay, team, should we get a picture?
Yes, please.
I think we
Thank
should
you.
do my higher, further, faster.
All right.
Got it. Good job.
Okay, so the Heroic Encounters were so great. I love that they're starting them before Marvel Day at Sea, so that way I think it kind of helps with the lines a little bit. Not everyone's trying to meet everyone on one very specific day. We met Iron Man and Spider-Man in the HQ Heroic Encounters. We met Gamora and Groot in the Guardians Heroic Encounter. And then we did also meet Captain Marvel. She is not a pre-reserved time. She just has times that she's out that you can get in line for and meet her. So we were able to meet her as well. And some of the characters do sign autographs. So we did get them to sign these nice white Avengers hats that I had bought my dad and I prior to this cruise. So characters like Iron Man and Groot, just because of the Iron Man suit and Groot being a tree, they cannot sign anything. So some of the characters can, some of the characters cannot, but it's awesome to get to meet them nonetheless. So I think now we're going to head up, maybe get a bite to eat, see if there's anything like going on, and hope that the sun comes out so we can lay by the pool a little bit this afternoon. So yeah, let's go up to deck 11 and see what's going on. All right, so I got the build your own tacos, which was not a thing on the Fantasy when we were on it last year, so I think they added it because the Dream was just in for refurbishment. I'm gonna make a mess. I wonder if they saw how big of a hit Donald's Cantina was on the Wish and now the Treasure, and are starting to add it because this was Ramon's Cantina because it's all very Cars themed here, but I'm very excited for this. Definitely a ton of salsa on there that's gonna make a mess. The flavor's fine. I went with the fajita chicken. Not any crazy flavoring, but this is in like the kids area, so it has to be family friendly. You can get fajita chicken, steak, fajita vegetables, brown rice, cilantro lime rice, pinto beans, and then a various toppings. So I think it's good. I like that it's fresh and not something fried as much as I love the chicken tenders, but it doesn't have a ton of like kick or flavor to it. So yeah, the sun is starting to break out, so maybe at some point we will head to the pool deck, but for now, time to eat some lunch.
For dessert, I popped into Cove Cafe, which is the adult exclusive coffee bar, and picked up a couple of pastries. The caramel tart was kind of boring and blah and very bland. I definitely would not get that one again. The cranberry bar was really tasty. I really enjoyed it. I just wanted a little bit more cranberry flavor, but the real winner is the chocolate orange cupcake. It is decadent and moist, and I will definitely be getting this one again. We have headed up to deck 13 because the sun has finally come out, so we're going to sit out for a little bit. I will not be out as long as my parents because I have a fun activity planned that starts in a couple hours.
Okay, so spent a couple hours at the pool, came back to my room to refresh just a little bit because now I have my World of Gin class, which I need to get going for like right now. Tonight is a theme night, and my hair will make far more sense when I explain what that is after my World of Gin class. So let's go up to World of Gin.
Disney Cruise Line offers multiple different beverage seminars and mixology classes, and for this cruise I have selected to do the World of Gin. On my previous we had in this class was not a small amount, and it was good quality gin. This class was $60 for an hour-long class. And tonight we are once again back in the Royal Palace for dinner, but tonight is Pirate Night. So every restaurant is actually going to have the exact same menu tonight because it is a specialty themed menu. So just like before, we are starting with the specialty cocktails, appetizers, soups and salads, and bread service. For my appetizer, I am starting with the deep fried Calypso crab cake, and I'm also getting the carrot and cilantro soup. And once again, we have our main courses, our vegetarian options, and our lighter notes. And for dinner, I am doing Jack's Treasure of the Seas. Now on theme nights, they do include the dessert menu with the main menu, and that's just because they try to speed up the dinner service a little bit. You definitely don't feel rushed, but they want to make sure that everyone gets through dinner to get to the deck party and the fireworks at sea show that happens later tonight. The bread service for Pirate Night is a Johnny cake with mango dip. Now, I am not a huge fan of the mango dip, but that is mostly because I'm not a big mango fan. If you are a fan of mango, you'll definitely like this dip because it has a lot of strong mango flavor. The bread itself is very cornbread-esque, but it's nothing super special and nothing really to write home about. If you're not a fan of cornbread, they do also include some multigrain rolls and some basic white rolls. I personally prefer the Johnny cake with some butter, but like I said, they do have some other types of rolls in the basket just in case you're not a fan of the Johnny cake. This crab cake is so incredibly delicious. It is thick, there's so much crab meat to it. I am a crab cake girly, so I absolutely adored getting this. And in fact, I even finished my mom's because she didn't want to finish hers. Because she also got the lime marinated shrimp as an appetizer. This one was fine. Very similar to last night's shrimp appetizer, where it was nice, refreshing, but nothing super special or anything to write home about. The carrot and cilantro soup was fine. If you are one of those people who thinks cilantro tastes like soap, definitely don't get this because there is a lot of cilantro flavor to it. Personally, my favorite part was the banana bread croutons. This is not my favorite soup, but because all the food is included with your Disney Cruise Line vacation, I like to try as much as possible to broaden my horizons. The Treasure of the Seas was absolutely delicious. I loved getting shrimp and scallops with pasta. I'm a pasta girly and I am a seafood girly, so anytime that I can get one or both is a great day. I did also get the jerk chicken because I have had this in the past and I absolutely forgot how amazing it is. The jerk seasoning is so good. There's some kick to it and this chicken is so incredibly moist. Even my parents were shocked at how good this jerk chicken was. My mom got the marinated Caribbean grouper filet, and even though we're not a big fish family, this grouper was very, very good. I thought that it was seasoned really well, but honestly, I definitely wouldn't pick this over the Treasure of the Seas or the jerk chicken. Now, because my mom and I ordered 3 of the entrees, my dad ended up going with the braised barbecue beef rib salad, which is one of the lighter note offerings, just because of how much food we already had, and he thought this was really good. The beef was really nicely done. Nothing super exciting, but given all the other options we had on the table, it was definitely nice to have something a little lighter, especially because we ordered pretty much every dessert. I ordered the rum-soaked chocolate cake, and my parents ordered that, as well as the caramel macadamia nut cheesecake tart and the bananas in paradise. The only reason they ordered the chocolate cake as well as me is because I was not going to share this. It is one of my favorite desserts on this cruise ship. And then our waitress, because we had already ordered all this food, decided she would bring us the brownie a la mode from the kids menu just for us to try it, because why not? I thought that the rum-soaked chocolate cake was just as delicious as I remember it. If you like rum-soaked cakes, you're definitely going to like this. The raspberry glaze definitely adds a nice contrast to the rich chocolatey cake. And like I said, it's one of my favorite desserts. The caramel macadamia nut cheesecake tart is really good. I'm not a huge nut-based dessert person, so this was definitely not my favorite. I definitely think I liked the bananas in paradise better than this. But again, nothing's going to top the rum-soaked chocolate cake from this menu. And our waiters are the absolute cutest, and our assistant server started to give us brain teasers as we were finishing up dinner each night. So it was very fun getting to do those. And my dad even started trying to come up with his own to try to stump our server. The Pirates in the Caribbean deck party is a Disney Cruise Line staple for Caribbean cruises. There is a band that comes out and plays music. They include kids in the show, and it's just a really great time. And it ends with fireworks at sea, which is a Disney Cruise Line staple. Disney is the only cruise line that does fireworks at sea, and I'm so excited that this cruise we get fireworks at sea twice.
You'll be all night. I'll be the judge of that. I'll be needing your close salute.
Yo ho, yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Now everyone, let's hear it for Captain Jack Sparrow!
it was a fantastic pirate night. I always love fireworks at sea. Disney is the only cruise line that does fireworks at sea, and it is so special. And a little spoiler alert, I think we get them twice this cruise, so I'm very excited for that. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Pirate Night. We didn't meet any of the characters, but a lot of the characters like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, all of them are in the atrium taking pictures in their pirate attire, and Captain Jack Sparrow had a full-fledged photo op today with a specialty background and everything. So if you or your kiddos really want to meet some of those characters, definitely make it a priority because those lines do get very, very long. We've done some in the past. They also have just like basic not basic. They do have some pirate-themed photo backgrounds that you can take pictures in front of that don't have any characters with them. Those lines still get kind of long, but definitely not as long as the character meet and greets. But just prioritize what you want to. We prioritized doing 80s music trivia, seeing the mind reader, and getting up to get a decent spot for the fireworks at sea. We like to go to not the deck that it's on, which is deck 11. We like to go to deck 12. Because then we can kind of look down. We're not in the crowd with most of the kids because the kids are down there doing dancing and having a blast. So we go up a level and then we get a really great view of the fireworks. So yeah, it was a really great night. And tomorrow we are at Castaway Cay, which is one of my absolute favorite places. So tomorrow will be a video all of its own. So that one comes out in 2 weeks because next week, another little spoiler alert that menus actually dropped today, so I gotta start making my lists. Next week's video will be Flower and Garden, and then in 2 weeks you will see the second video for my Disney Dream series. That will just be day 3 on Castaway Cay and all of the activities that we are doing tomorrow. So in the meantime, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure to follow me on all my socials. Those links will be in the video description. Bye guys!